Friends, comrades, and allies, I come to you this week watching the fracturing taking place. Some will bow out, some will harden their hearts, and some will sit back and watch the fracas, waiting for our people to come to their collective senses. All great movements are popular movements. They are a volcanic eruption of human passions and emotions stirred into activity by the ruthless goddess of distress or by the torch of the spoken word, which we cast into the midst of our people. There's plenty of that going around. Listen, as soon as one's own propaganda, even a glimpse of correct is spotted on the other side, and we admit it, the cause for doubting the righteousness of your own is there. We can't afford that. Years ago, where I'm from, we dispersed on the principle of leaderless resistance and being lone wolves until the situation began to gel and coalesce on a broader scale. We're looking at that here and now. But if you think the alt-right is a unified theory with doctrines and rules, hierarchy and convention, then you haven't been paying it much mind. Nowhere else but here can so many prior fractured and disparate groups come together to bow before the essential question, chiefly the survival of our people and the 14 words. As it stands, we have never been closer to breaking out into broader consciousness than we are now. Some things still stand in our way. The marketers, the authors, the bloggers with something to sell are beginning to attempt to wrestle control from us because they're coming to find out from more than a cursory glance who and what we are. Personally, I like who we are. I like the 14 words. And there are some things I simply won't compromise on. Vox Day is interesting enough after a fashion, but I'm bored watching him take on an errant feminist. We have scores of normies brought in to do that for us. Ours needs to be a higher calling. That Milo gambled on defining the alt-right similarly doesn't interest me, because his star is fading. A few months of polite questions from us regarding how he differs from a neoconservative during his question and answer period will plug that dike. Fag, whichever. We are the alt-right. Any alliance between our disparate groups whose purpose is not the intention to wage war on our enemies is senseless and useless. Relationships will be maintained if they are productive, but not if they are not. We are still at the point where we demoralize our enemies within by surprise, terror, and sabotage. This is the war of the future, fought with emotion and idealism. Pragmatism means surrender in my estimation. For our part, we will see our lands cleansed. From the Aleutian Islands to the panhandle of Florida, from the deserts of California to the lush fields of Maine, I will see it through. No Jews. Not one.